funnier than myself to bring to the stage, so I am just going to go and do that. We've got 3 fantastic acts in this section, just like the last one, and you're going to love every single one of them. So I am actually going to nominate a brand new Chief Applause Officer, and I think we all know who it's going to be. Ollie, you have more power than anyone else in this room. I need the entire stage to shake every time you bang those incredibly strong hands together. Just like mash the meat together as loud as you possibly can. Does that sound good? Mashing the meat, do not question the phrase mashing the meat. Everyone's got very uncomfortable, and I have as well. Those are words I never want to repeat ever again, but it's happened, it's on video, and I'm going to have to watch it tomorrow and regret the phrase mash the meat. I shouldn't have a comedy night, is what I realised. Fucking hell. Are you ready to mash that meat? Yeah, we are! Yeah. Off we go. That's it, bring it in, and everyone do it again. Welcome to the stage, lovely. Emma Coyne, everybody!
Hello. How are you doing? It's nice, isn't it? Give me a cheer if you are a younger or youngest sibling. Yeah. Give me a cheer if your older sibling or one of your older siblings is... No, that's not what I was asking. Give me a cheer if your older sibling is more successful than you are. Yeah. My brother's much more successful than I am. He's got a much better paid job. He owns his house, he's engaged, you know, no mental health issues at all. Once we went out, and then the next morning we were like hungover and like hanging out, and I was just sort of like staring into the abyss, and he was like, "What are you thinking about?" And I was like, "Oh, I was just thinking about how like we live really like individual lives, and how like back in the day we'd have like tribes that we'd be a part of, and that would like be really helpful. Whereas like now we live our lives quite a lot, and then when we have partners we put a lot of pressure on those partners to like meet a lot of our needs, and that like, you know, am I depressed or am I just lacking community?" And he said, "Whoa." I was just thinking about how we've run out of weed. So that kind of shows our 2 personalities. I was telling my mum how Romesh Ranganathan, very sort of, you know, famous comedian, has a brother called Dinesh Ranganathan, and Romesh said that he won't put Dinesh on to support him until he's good enough. And I was telling this to my mum, right? And my mum said, "Imagine if Anthony, it's the name of my brother, was a successful comedian and wouldn't let you support him." Even in my mum's wildest dreams where anything is possible, I'm the one supporting him. I really want to fuck my dentist. The last time I went to the dentist, a man gave me the undivided attention that I require from all the encounters throughout my day, but rarely receive. Stood this close to my face, gave me drugs, delicately put his fingers in my mouth, and continuously asked if I was okay. Obviously, I want to fuck my dentist. I thought up until recently that it was defunk the police. And I just went with it. I remember thinking that the police didn't seem like a particularly funky bunch, but you know, I don't know what they get up into their spare time. Maybe their James Brown consumption is out of control, and the people have decided to stand up to it, you know? And yeah, I find myself sort of doing this a lot. Like, I found myself accidentally at a pro-life rally, because I just thought it sounded good, you know? Pro-life, you know? It's just, Yeah, they should change the name of that. I can't be the only one. But it was a nice time, you know. I made some friends, you know, and say what you want about Conservatives, the snacks at their convention, that's all yum yum yum. I got ghosted recently, so I wrote a poem about it. Is it okay if I share a poem with you? Thank you. Why didn't you call me back? I'm such a catch. Why do you hate me when I'm a nice lady? I thought we were going to defunk the police together. I honestly thought we'd be together forever. I assumed when you forgot my name it was in jest, because the look in your eyes said, I see you in a white dress. I thought when you choked me and spat in my face that soon we'd be inviting people over to our place. When we were having sex and I asked you to hurt me, and you stopped and you said, you probably will die alone. I wondered where in Bristol we'd buy our first home. But now you've ghosted me and I'm sad. So I thought if I wrote a poem for you, then you'd feel bad. Did you like my poem? Thank you. When I went to recite that to him at his house, he wasn't there. So I recited it to his nan. And she said she'd be in touch. But I haven't heard from her. So I'm currently writing a poem about that. I like fucking with people, you know. Life can be a bit dull, I like fucking with people. So I'm a nanny. I like fucking with the parents, you know. Like, I was looking after this little boy the other day called Timothy, and his parents got home and they were like, how's Timothy? And I was like, oh my god, amazing. He drew this. And I gave the mum a picture that I had drawn. And she was like, oh my god. Because Timothy's 2 months old. It's a laugh, isn't it? I had two rooms going in my flat recently. And it's really difficult to find a place in Bristol at the moment, like people are really looking for rooms, so we filled the spaces quite quickly, you know, but then I carried on having viewings for a laugh. Because people are quite desperate, you know. But you can ask them for anything. Pint of milk, a massage, they'll just do it. I'm still doing them now. Let me know if you're looking for a room. I like fucking with men in general, just because men are paranoid, you know, in this climate with how they behave, you know, and you know that can be fun as well. Like my last job, I was working as a receptionist, and my manager sort of came in and he was like, "Good morning." I said, "Don't tell me what kind of morning to have." Maybe I want to have a bad morning, and that's up to me. And he said, "No, that's a pretty common phrase. Good morning." I said, "So now you're mansplaining to me." He was like, "I think you've taken that the wrong way. I think that's not how I meant it. I think you've taken that wrong, you know?" I said, "And now you're gaslighting me." He was like, look, you know, I'm sorry. Let's take a step back. I think you're great at your job. You know, everyone likes you. You're doing really well." I said, "Now you love bombing me." Straight to HR. I don't trust my suicide ideation Because I often think like, oh, you know, might sort of kill myself, and then I'll sort of Google like life is pointless or how to kill myself, and then like immediately afterwards I'll Google like lasagna recipe. So I don't really think it's bluffing, you know. Anyway, I've got a dentist appointment, so I'm gonna go. You've been absolutely lovely. I've been Emma Ryan. Thank you so much.
One more time, everybody! Lovely stuff. Keep that energy